Kim, and I teach high school biology. And as far as evidence goes, it's critical for scientists to be able to use evidence in a lot of different ways. So whether it's in writing or in conversation, I make sure that my students have a lot of different experiences using evidence. So for example, if we're having a class conversation or discussion pretty much on any topic, I know that students aren't usually comfortable or used to always providing evidence. So some things that I like to do is prompt them to do that. So if we're having a conversation and a student gives their opinion on something or restates something from an experiment they've done or an article they read, I make sure and ask, well, how do you know that? Where is that information coming from? And so slowly over time that begins to become second nature to them. As far as writing, I really like my students to getting used to citing sources as evidence in their writing. So for example, every week I have my students read articles about current science topics. I'll give them some sort of question, and they need to use evidence from the articles to answer that question. And the whole idea behind this is, as a scientist, we're constantly using evidence. So whether it's coming up with a hypothesis, you have to have evidence to accept or reject that hypothesis. If you're giving a speech or you're in a debate, in order to be considered, in order to have like validity, you need to provide evidence to back up everything that you're saying. So in my classroom, it's constantly, where did you get that from? Cite your source. How do you know this? What experiment did you do to collect this information? So I think evidence is incredibly important in all aspects of my science classroom.